Hey fellow golfers, very windy today. I hope that doesn't disturb the recording, but I'll try to manage it. I wanted to show you an important thing that is really key to hitting your irons well, and that's really the impact position. There are three things that the great Nick Faldo, who was a great iron player, and today in contemporary times you can look at people like Victor Hovland, Justin Thomas, Imby Park, Lydia Ko, Nelly Korda, to name just a few, for similar things. And that's really your impact position of your irons. So when you're hitting your irons, what is the body and arm position? And the right position essentially is first that reverse K. So you've got one bit of K, straight line here, and the other piece of the K there. So that reverse K. So get into that position. Get into that position when you hit. The second is that your alignment of your shoulders and the center of your body is at an angle, leaning, in my case, from right side up, left side down. So same angle here, same angle here. Alright, even though I'm coming down on the ball. For a right-hander, it would be obviously the other way around. Then, the third is there's a slight bend for the irons in your arm. A slight bend here. So in the impact position, you've got a slight bend here. I want to add two more things to this. So these are the three things that Nick Faldo has highlighted. One of the things you see with amateurs often, including with irons, is as they come through, they tend to cock their wrist up, trying to get the ball up, as opposed to keeping the wrist actually cocked down. It is one of my problems because I play a lot of badminton, and badminton is a wrist game, so it's my natural movement. So I have to particularly remind myself, as I come down, I keep the wrist cocked down. Keep the wrist cocked down. So the other three things still apply, but you keep the wrist cocked down as you strike. That'll prevent you from turning it over too much or leaving your wrist so loose that you don't get the key impact point. One thing that is helpful also, so a fifth thing to try, and you can try it with a bag, an impact bag, or some other piece, and I'll do that in a second, and that is, as you come into the impact point, imagine that you're hitting and pushing the ball through, hitting and pushing the ball through. By pushing the ball through, it's another way to keep that wrist cocked in the right way. So push that ball through. Let me show you that with my camera bag. And that is, as I come to the impact point, push the ball through. Push the ball through. So that notion of striking down and pushing through is key. Of course, I'm striking the ball and then the ground with my irons. So get used to that impact position. This arm slightly bent down, that same angle, and then push the ball through. Let me repeat that as an angle. So what you're doing is looking at the key impact position, which is your reverse K. Your reverse K in the right position. Yep, so here's my K, reverse K. Then you are trying to make sure that as you come down onto the ball, your trail arm is slightly bent so that you can come through, and that your shoulder and hips are at the right angle to the ground. And then, as I mentioned, two more things. Cupping your hands as you come down to get that more penetrating shot. Cup your down, and then think of the push. I hope these 4 or 5 little points on hitting your irons well and getting into the right position are helpful to you. It's key to sometimes go back to those fundamentals, to remind yourself to hone in to a regular move, and once you got it down pat, it becomes quite easy to hit your irons well. See you on the flip side.